What's going on, guys? What's going on, guys? What's going on, guys? Come on in. Hit that like and that share button. Hit that like and that share button. If you ain't here, come on in. We'll let you guys run the numbers over that like and that share button. You coming in, you guys see what it is? It's episode 91. Guys, we're keeping this train rolling, keeping this thing moving. Episode 91. Hey, you guys, come on in. If you're coming in, hit that like and that share button. Like I said, hit that like and that share button. There we go. Hey, guys, tell you something. Hey, this time, I know it's gonna be a great episode. Whenever I do a preview and I see them shares run up, I already know.
Yeah.
Whenever I see, hey, they already coming in. Whenever I see them shares run up, gotta make sure you like and comment. Oh, whenever I see them shares run up, boy, they love you, boy.
Hey man,
I said, I said,
some Orangeburg love, and we got some Atlanta love in there too, bro.
hey, Atlanta love, I see it. Orangeburg, Atlanta love. Hey, guys, you should be here. We got Chef Brandon in the building.
So,
Chef Brandon. Well, let me tell you, Chef Brandon been cooking for a while.
oh
He
yeah,
started
bro.
he started on this journey. We're gonna let him get into it. So
Oh yeah,
Brandon,
let's go.
tell the people where Chef Brandon from.
Chef Brandon's from Orangeburg, bro. Born and raised
Okay,
in Orangeburg, grew up on the West End for the most part. My
okay,
grandmother always lived on the West End, so that's always gonna be home. But my
okay,
mom, we also lived on Country Colony. So let's just
okay.
start from the beginning. Like basically, I went to Melisham in elementary, but I also went to Revlon in elementary. So like I know all the people from the Drive, know all the people from the West End. And
Mm-hmm,
then middle school went to Clark. And my mom was a teacher, so I actually went to middle school at Clark for fifth
mm-hmm,
grade. Then I
mm-hmm.
went to Brookdale for sixth grade. Then I
Oh
went
Lord.
back to Clark for seventh and eighth grade. You know what I'm saying?
Now,
So
Brandon,
then,
am I tripping? You didn't go to Bowman at all?
no, I ain't go to Bowman. My stepdad's from Bowman though. Well, my
Yeah,
mom makes
you,
up
you
from
know what it
Bowman.
is. I think I just remember your mama at Bowman because I don't know why I thought you had a Bowman with me and Lapino.
No, no, I never went to Bowman. We used to go to church in Bowman, so I used to be down there
Oh,
sometimes, but I ain't never go
okay,
to
okay,
school at Bowman.
okay,
Yeah, yeah,
okay.
for sure.
Okay,
So,
so you grew up on the
and
West
then,
End. Well, you went to all the schools, in
yeah, bro, yeah,
it?
Melisham. I went to Melisham, Revlon, then I went to Clark and Brookdale. But then it's only one high school in the Burbs, so everybody go to a W.
Yeah, if I go to W.
For sure, yeah.
Okay. So if I had to ask somebody, and that's I'm gonna use the teacher. That's my community. Describe Brandon as a elementary school, like a elementary school student. Like if you had to describe yourself, like what kind of student were you been?
Elementary, I was great, man. I was
Okay.
like all A's and B's. They had like these little awards thing they used to do at Revlon with the football player Dwayne Hopper. Remember the cornerback Dwayne
Yep.
Hopper? So
Yep.
I won the award there for like having like a really high GPA or like just all good grades and stuff like that. Like got like I want to say like $200 gift certificate back then. This was 20 plus years ago, 30 years ago.
Dang. Okay.
Yeah.
That's what's up. So back then, did you do any sports or anything at
Not
the elementary
elementary, not
age?
elementary. This was just like maybe running track for the city. We had remember the chef Papa Johnson? He used to be our track
Yep.
coach for the
Yep.
city league.
Yep.
So we used to run. I ran city league track, and then middle school played basketball. I didn't start like playing like really organized sports until like late middle school, like seventh, eighth grade. That's when I started playing like city league ball. Then high school,
Okay.
got into like
Okay.
playing for the team and stuff.
So you came to Clark. What grade you going to Clark in?
I went to Clark in fifth grade because I was in the it wasn't even a magnet program back then. It was the pre-AP like the I was in classes with like Rico and EJ and
Boy,
Sharita. All these
hey,
people.
hey,
Yeah.
hey. I'm gonna use all the smart fellas. I'm gonna watch my language, but I want to use another term. All y'all smart.
Calm down, bro. Calm down. But yeah, I was definitely in those classes in fifth grade, bro, for sure. And then I went to
Okay.
Clark six. I went not Clark. I went to Brookdale in sixth grade.
British agree.
So I'm a
No,
gangster, bro. I was too
no,
wild
no.
for the pre-AP classes, bro.
Hey, bro, let me tell you something. Hey, you telling me something I ain't never know. I ain't never been using no classes.
Yeah, bro. I wasn't no dummy. I just wanted to be a gangster.
Hey, let me tell you something. So now you definitely went to the right school for that. Shout out to everybody from the Brookdale.
Hey,
They
bro,
get mad
chill
at me.
out, man. Chill out.
They get mad at me. I tell you, shout out to everybody from the Brookdale. I say I ain't never in my life met a girl or dude from Brookdale that can't fight,
Hey,
especially
bro.
female. I ain't,
I,
I ain't never seen it.
they used to be bamming though, for real. And that's old school, like bamming. Remember we say bamming?
Yeah, I know. Well, I never forget. Okay, so you go to middle school. So
Hmm.
then now, because I remember you can't OW this. You can't OW. How long did you stay at OW?
Would have been till the junior year, but I didn't would have supposed to have been our junior year, but I was coming to school once or twice a
Uh huh.
week, bro. Look at
God,
Paul.
dog.
Paul, you
Uncle
lying.
Paul, what's up, Paul?
And you
Okay,
came late.
so okay, so at that time, so at that time, so in element, not elementary, high school is when things kind of got like that. You try to like like I'm gonna
That's
just
when it
say
went, bro. That's when it went off the track, as they say. You know what I'm saying? I really started
okay.
getting into what, because I mean, around that time, let's say 2001, 2002, that's when the gangbang really hit Orangeburg and just like took
Mhm.
over Orangeburg. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm. Mhm.
So, small town, small city. We was
Mhm.
thugging, man. We was basically trying to throw our lives away for real. You know what I'm saying?
You
I
right,
look
man.
at it and just look back now, like a lot of the guys that I was hanging with, they in prison now, still in prison, or just coming home from doing long, extended periods of time in prison, or they
Mhm.
dead. You know what I mean? So this culinary thing, this chefing thing changed my life, bro, for real.
Okay. Okay.
For
So we can
real.
go. So in high school, so I'm gonna let you tell your story. So now in high school, so did something happen? Did you ever go into like an alternative school or
Yeah,
no?
it
Yes.
was 11th grade year. I got in some
Okay.
trouble, and it was one of those things like it was just the option of, okay, you gonna go to this military school. My mom basically gave me the alternative: you gonna go to this military school, or you got to get out of my house. So I went
Okay.
to the military school. I just kind of like a lot of people feel like I just disappeared because I was going to school and they never saw me again.
Yep.
They just never saw
Yep.
me again because basically I went
Yep.
to the military school. When I finished the military school, I signed up to go in the Navy. I came home, I
Okay.
want to say like December, late December was when I got out of the military school,
Mhm.
2004. We graduated, well, supposed to graduate 2005. I moved to Atlanta March 2005. And when I moved to
Wow.
Atlanta,
Oh,
go ahead.
so quick question. So as soon as you got out, instead of like this rolling, you just went ahead this like
Came
let me
home.
get out of here.
I was home and I was in the bird probably like 2, 3 months. But I had
Okay.
already signed up to go into the Navy. I was supposed to go in the Navy.
Mhm.
But then I came to Atlanta to visit my cousins and stuff like that, visit some family. And then when I got here, I went on the college campus and saw what college life was like. I was like, yeah, I ain't going in the military no more. So I just decided to go to culinary school, bro. Stay here in Atlanta with the Art Institute of Atlanta.
So I got a question. So now I never was in the military. So I didn't know that they allow you to do that. Like
Yeah, yeah.
just
As
like
long,
I changed
yeah.
my mind.
I mean, up until the time you can sign up, up until the time when you actually go to basic training, you still can, be like, I changed my mind. Because I had already went to MEPS, which is like where you go and do like your medical stuff. I had did all of that.
Okay.
I had already
Okay.
had a ship date and everything. I had the date I was shipping out. But then I just called the recruiter like, hey, bro, I ain't going. I'm
You
staying
go.
in Atlanta. I'm
So
going to culinary school.
so let me ask you a question. Before the age, do you feel as though that the military school helped you, or do you feel it was just something? Do you feel it helped her, or it was
Yeah.
just a
I mean,
path, just so you
definitely.
stay out the way?
There was some help. It was some structure. Learned some structure from it, just that whole getting up early in the morning, stuff like that. But it just
Okay.
really was like around that time, it was people that I was really, really close to that was like, stuff happening to and seeing it like, I really don't want to spend, I don't want to go to prison for the rest of my life. So I came
Okay.
to Atlanta, like, let me just get away from the burg. Because you know how the burg is, bro. When people know
Oh
you
yeah,
as
yeah.
this,
I know.
that's how you're gonna have to be. And if you ain't on that,
I
they're
know.
gonna try you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. So you go to the A. Shout out to the A. That's a
Oh
great
yeah, for
experience.
sure.
So you in the A. You went to the A in '05. So you
Yeah.
go to the A. You see it on campus, but forget on campus. The A itself is just a whole different experience.
Oh yeah, it's 10 times faster. It's 10 times faster.
Man. So how was that when you get down there? I know you get on campus, but for you on campus, how was that just adjusting to life in Atlanta?
I mean, the good thing was I had my uncle and my aunt who was living here, and then
Okay,
my cousin who already lived here, and then another one of my cousins moved from Florida that we the exact same age. So
okay,
he moved here, and we basically kind of figured it out together. It was like he wasn't from here,
okay,
I wasn't from here. We just had each other. Like, man, me and you gonna figure this junk out. City, like getting
okay.
on the city bus and all that. Like, literally, it was new. Like, you gotta think about it. Ain't no public transportation in Orangeburg.
No, no.
So I
Hold
had
on,
to
hold
go
on, hold on, hold
subways.
on, hold on, our Brandon. Hey, we got one bus now. We got one bus.
Hey, go ahead on, bro.
We got we
I've been
got
home recently, bro. Go ahead, chill out.
we got We got one, but okay. So, what made you so prior to going to Atlanta? Did you like to cook? Did you cook somewhat, or what made you choose culinary arts? What was that choice like?
I was already cooking a little bit, but the main reason why I ended
Okay.
up doing my mom, I mean, my mom was a single mom for a large part of my life. So like
Hmm.
I learned how to cook watching her and then my aunts and my grandma and everybody else. But really what made me really start getting into it, it was like, okay, what do I like to do? I really wanted to be a pilot, but I don't like heights. I ain't cool on that. So I was just like, I had to find something else that I was interested in. And that was
Okay.
something I was decent at that I could do. So I just went ahead and pivoted on that and just started cooking, bro.
So what got you on that campus? Was somebody already? Did you know somebody already going there, or what got you on that
No,
campus?
no, no. Somebody I knew had applied to go there for drawing, but I just heard
Okay.
that they had culinary arts as well. But I had already I was going in the military as a mess specialist, or basically as a cook in the military. So then once I
Oh,
found out about that, I was like, I can go to culinary school and I ain't got to worry about, what I mean, possibly going to war, no crazy stuff. I'm about to go to culinary school instead. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna pick that one every time. So I got a
Yeah,
question.
man.
Okay. So you get to culinary school. How long does it take you to graduate?
2 years, 2.5 years.
2.5 years.
Yeah.
And you did it straight through?
No, it would have only been 2 years, but I took a semester off. Well, quarter, because it's on a quarter system.
Okay.
Yeah. So once I
All
took
right.
a
So
quarter off, then I went back.
to quarter off. Because let me tell you something. You did good. Let me tell you something. Because I seen the A chew some people up and spit them back out. I seen that
All
with
right.
my own eyes.
Bro, I'm telling you, man,
I
when I first got here,
I've
I was
seen it.
it almost got me, but it was like my aunt and my uncle was so locked in on you gotta do, they just knew where I was coming from. And it was like, it was like, if you ain't about doing anything to happen, you going back to Orangeburg. So it was
Okay.
like, I can't go back to the bird. I know what's gonna happen if I go back home. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially at that
Okay.
moment, I wasn't who
Yeah.
I am now, almost a 40-year-old man. I was
Yeah.
17 when I moved here. You know what I mean? So it was
Okay.
like I gotta lock in because if I go back home, I know what's gonna happen when I go back to the crib. Feel
Oh yeah, man.
me?
Oh yeah. I feel you. All right. So you do that. You lock and you finish. So now, what is it like trying to find employment as a young chef straight out of school? What is that struggle like?
I mean, the school I went to have what they call like a placement program. So like basically your last semester or last quarter, they try to find you a job, like do an internship. And typically wherever
Okay.
you do your internship, people kind of end up either staying or getting a job with them or getting a job through somebody from their internship.
Okay.
Well, externship, my bad. But
And,
yeah,
and
my internship was at Nordstrom's Cafe out here in Atlanta. So they have the Nordstrom's clothing store has a cafe. So that was
yeah.
my very first job working. I was a prep cook, like making dressings, cutting up onions and peeling carrots,
Uh,
peeling potatoes. Bull, you know what I'm saying?
how
Like literally
how
just
was
coming to
that?
work. Man, come on, bro. Terrible. Like literally all you do all day is peel carrots, peel potatoes, peel shrimp. You gotta wash dishes, you know what I'm saying? You at the bottom of the totem pole. Nobody cares
Ah,
about you, bro. You mean nothing. But it teach you though. You know what I mean that's how you get in there. That if
yeah.
you don't start there, then you ain't gonna never really just be fired like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I got a question. So when you went there, was you under at that point? Were you under a good chef that was kind of leading you in the right direction?
Yeah, yeah. My first chef was Chef Sean. Ambushon
Okay.
Logan. I want to say that's his last name. I ain't talked to him in like probably the last 5 to 10 years, but we kept in contact for a long time. But yeah,
Okay. So
he was
is
there, man. He was solid, bro. Black dude from North Carolina. And when I first started, he
okay.
found out I was from South Carolina, so he just kind of was like, okay, yeah, yeah, just talk trash, saying Bo, just knowing that we had a cool vibe. He know where I was from. I understand where he was from. Once he said Bo, I
Yeah.
was like, okay, we straight, bro. You saying Bo?
We good now.
Yeah, man, we
Okay.
solid. He said Bo, I know
So
we good.
hey, for y'all who don't know, because shout out to the Marvel Sports and Life audience who's grown by the numbers that come from all over the place, and I appreciate y'all. YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, I appreciate y'all. Bow is a word. That's not even a Columbia road. But for some reason, it's an Orangeburg, Low Country, Charleston. Sometimes they might say it, but like Beaufort, Hampton County, all them say it, Bow. It's like it's just one of them things. If
Charleston,
you
they,
know,
they
you know.
say they say Bubba more in Charleston than Bo,
Oh
but
yeah.
that
Oh
joint
man.
really
What's
like Orangeburg down,
Yep.
right to get to Charleston.
Yeah, you right, cause y'all just say, all right, Bubba, you
Yeah,
got
what's going
that
on,
right.
brother? Yeah, that's their word.
So we get that. So how long did you stay there? That being your first job out of culinary school. How long you stay there?
I think I stayed at Nordstrom's like 4 or 5 years. Yeah, I
Okay.
started off.
So
Yeah, I started
so
off just
so
doing
so
prep. Then I went from a prep cook to a line cook, and then from a line cook, I went to. They have another location, so I started working at the one. I started at Perimeter Mall, which is like Dunwoody, kind of North Atlanta, and then I
uh
left from there and went to the Phipps Plaza location, which is like right across from Lennox Mall. But by the time I went to
okay.
that one, I was like the lead line cook.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that definitely a big difference. So
Oh yeah, for
so at
sure.
that time, so at this time you also you a man. So at that time, as a prep chef, and I'm asking you a question because I know it's some young guys out listening to right now.
For sure.
As a prep chef, starting salary would have been '06. What does that look like?
Probably like 950, something like that. It was a long time ago. I don't
Okay.
remember. But I would say like 950, something like
Okay.
that. And by the time
950.
I
And that
went to the line cook lead line, I was probably making like 12.50, $13, something like that.
okay.
I'm not crazy. It
Okay.
wasn't like no, you know what I mean? Nah, it was all right though. It was
But you got to
significantly
remember that,
better than
bro.
where I started.
But you got to remember this though. We saying that now though. You got to remember this though. In '05, minimum wage might have been $5, $6.
Yeah, yeah. But it's Atlanta and it's the mall. It's Perimeter Mall. Like it's a premier
Yeah.
clothing store. You know what I mean? It's a high end clothing store.
Yeah. It is. Cause I didn't know Nordstrom had a cafe until just now.
Yeah.
I didn't know they even had a cafe just now. Okay, so you're doing that. You get the lead prep because I'm finding out. I guess cooking is big business, and I guess everybody wants you to play a role. Shout out QEJ. Shout out
Yeah, yeah.
Loman. Shout out
What's the word, Roddy?
Paul. But so are you doing that? So I got a question at that time because thank God you're doing the right thing. Being a prep chef, is that enough to kind of make it in the A? Like if you live like on the outskirts, maybe like just to make it, just enough to survive.
I
You
mean,
say?
shoot, bro. Like, if you live in outside of the city limits, yeah. I mean, back then, I want to
Okay.
say my first apartment. I had my first apartment by the time I was working at Perimeter. I mean, working at Phipps. I was probably
Okay.
making like $12 or $13 an hour, like I said, and I was living in Marietta, and my apartment was probably like $800 or $900 a month, with total
Mm-hmm.
electric, washer dryer in there. Cable was included because I stayed in the apartment, but it was on like campus housing for like one of the colleges. Southern Polytech was
Mm-hmm.
actually a college. So where I stayed at was an apartment that was kind of cheaper because it was based for college students. But yeah, I was able to, take care of myself. I was living somewhere. I wasn't homeless. I didn't need a roommate.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. That's what's up. Okay. So you do that. You get the prep chef. So at this point, even at when you become head prep, are you thinking like this is something I could do for the rest of my life?
Oh,
Do
I
you
knew
ever
I
had
was
that
locked in.
mindset?
Yeah, I already knew I was locked in on it because I liked it a lot and I was good at it already. But then I
Okay.
kept on working and moving forward. My next job from Perimeter from Phipps. What did I do after that? I went to started working at Fridays. TGI Fridays was my next job from that.
Okay. So now at that point, let me ask you a question. At that point, do you feel as though, well, I don't know, so, what did TGIF was the pay more because you
Oh yeah,
had
for
more
sure.
experience now?
Yeah, definitely. I was working in the airport. Like this was like the busiest store in the airport. It was Fridays in the airport. It was super busy. We doing like $20,000 a day. I'm cooking on the
Wow.
grill.
Okay.
Yeah.
So even
I'm
then,
going
okay,
crazy.
that's taking.
By this point, I'm officially a line cook. Like I'm a real line cook at this point. Like this is
Okay.
all I do. I get up every morning,
Okay.
I go to work, and I cook for 10
You just
hours.
cook.
You know what I'm
No,
saying?
no more prepping.
No, I ain't prepping no more. All I do is cook on the line. Like
Okay.
I'm cooking the order, like food coming in. I'm the guy who's on the grill. We got chicken dish or a burger dish. I'm taking
Okay.
stuff raw and putting it on the plate. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So now, did you feel as though not for money, from like I ain't gonna say artistic, but what do I want to use? I'm gonna say from a prestigious point of view. Did you feel like man, I'm going from Nordstrom's to TGIF,
No,
or you ain't care? You like the money?
no, it was just about the money, bro. I mean, don't get me
Okay.
wrong, because I was young. By this point, I had just had my first daughter, my daughter Beja. She's 16 now,
Okay.
so I had just had my daughter. It was like I need to make more money, and it was paying more money, so I took it. You know what I'm saying?
Man, that's what's up. Okay. So you go to TGIF Friday. So now I got a question. So like I don't know how busy Nordstrom is. So when you go to TGIF Friday, then like you say, you in the airport, so you got a whole different thing going on. The
Oh yeah.
speed. Does it
Oh,
kind of like
it's a culture shock,
test your
bro.
chef skills?
Bro, it's a culture shock because I'm going from the people rank. I'm making salads and I'm making burgers and stuff like not burgers, but making like pastas. But everything for the most part is kind of like ready to go. You almost like just heating it up. Whereas at Fridays, like, nah, bro, it's raw chicken, raw salmon, raw burgers, everything's raw. You starting from raw and you cooking it all the way through. Man, it was culture shock for real. My first week there, it was terrible. I'm taking L's in there, like getting beat down on the line. 20 minutes on a burger, burning shit up. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's
Yeah.
ugly out here. Yeah, for sure. Definitely. It's ugly.
So,
Like, but if you do it long enough and you don't quit, you'll get better,
you get it.
for
And
sure.
they probably on you like they be like, come on, man, hey, chef, come on,
No, no.
chef.
Then your name ain't Chef. Your name just Brandon. Hey, Brandon. To the point to where like the manager coming like, hey, Brandon, just step off the line for a second. Like they just like watch out, bro. Just move. We gonna have somebody else do this right now. Yeah, for sure.
So how long would you say before before you had it? Like, okay, I got it now.
Probably like a week and a half, 2 weeks.
That's still
Yeah,
pretty fast.
no, for sure. Yeah, definitely. Because I mean, I knew how to cook. I just didn't know how to cook that much stuff at the same time. I'm used to having
Okay,
2 or 3 orders. At this place, you got 10 different items at all times. You
you
sell
got to cook
one,
them
four
all.
more pop in. So you might have 5 steaks, 6 chicken, 3, 6 salmon, three, 4 salmon, 6, 7 burgers. All of this stuff you're cooking at the same time. You know what I'm saying?
And gotta keep because this steak might be medium, this steak might be
Exactly.
well done, this steak
Exactly.
medium well done.
And
Okay,
the burgers getting different cheeses, different setups and stuff. Like, yeah, for sure. It definitely was a struggle at first because I wasn't used to it. It was totally different.
okay. And how long did that last?
Ooh, I think I did Fridays for like 7 years.
Oh man,
7 years. Yeah, I did Fridays for a while. And then from Fridays, I started working with Sodexo. When I left
and what's
Fridays, I went
that?
to Emory College.
Oh, okay.
Emory, out off of Clifton Road. It's right
Uh
next to the
huh.
hospital, but it's the college for Emory. So I
I
went and
got
did
so I got a
that.
question. So when you left, shout out my dog Q. Talking about that sound like us at Sonic on a Tuesday. You got that right. 5 for 5, 5 for 5 Sonic Tuesday. I don't miss them days at all. Um. So, but when you left TGIF Friday, what did you leave as?
I was just a line cook, and
Okay.
I went to when I went to Emory, I went there as what did they call it? Chef de partie, which is like a pretty name, a French name for basically being a line cook. That's it. It wasn't nothing different. They just had a different title because Fridays is like what I call a chain restaurant, or not I call it, but
Yeah.
it's a chain restaurant. Whereas when I went to Emory, it was a college, but it was campus dining. So like if you ever been to any college, they have all the different stations. They might have a pizza station, a grill
Yeah.
station, vegan station, all those different stations. But they have to have somebody to work them. So actually, that's what I was doing. I left
Hmm.
there and just started cooking on the line.
Okay. I'm pretty sure in each movie making, you're making more career moves better
Definitely.
and the pay better. So now at this point, when you move to when you go from TIF to Emory College, are you was like, okay, now this pay is starting to kind of match what I thought I would be
No,
seeing as far as
no, heck no. Still
oh,
wasn't there
okay,
yet. I mean,
okay,
I was decent. I was probably making like maybe like 16, $17 an hour, something like that.
okay,
I'll say
okay,
16. I wasn't 17. I know it wasn't 17. It was probably like $16 an hour. I had one daughter. I had my oldest daughter. Had a little decent. I think I had a Nissan Maxima, a green Nissan Max at the time. But I lived in College Park, but I was
okay.
working basically East Atlanta. So I would drive to the train station and catch the train to work. Because I mean, I ain't getting it to where and we had to pay for parking there too. So I got to park at the train
Oh,
station for free, just to make sure I can still save some money because it wasn't no free parking. Parking was probably like $10 then, something like that. I'm poor, bro.
so
I can't afford to spend $50 a week on no parking.
that's called smart. I didn't
Yeah.
thought about it. So you park at the train station, ride the train there, get off, then you
Yep.
come back,
Get
go
home,
work.
ride the train back, go home.
Okay,
Yep.
so when you get to Emory College, what kind of dishes are you preparing there? Are you being challenged? Is
Yeah.
your chef's
Yeah,
skills being challenged or not yet?
yeah, for sure. Because at this point, I'm going from cooking food to order. Basically, like you come in, you order a cheeseburger, they're ringing in, I'm cooking it. To now, I'm cooking for 1,500 people now. It's me and it's other people with me, but we're cooking for 1,500 people at this point now.
Mhm.
1,000 people, 700 people for breakfast. You know, it's a large quantity. You scrambling, excuse me, 5, 6 cases of eggs. Whereas before, I'm cooking one egg to order, or one burger to order, or one chicken breast when they order it. At this point, we cooking when we're frying like 10 cases of chicken. So 40-pound case. It's
Jeez.
400 pounds of chicken. I'm leaving it looking like I work at Miss Winters. It's flour everywhere. For real. So yeah,
But
definitely
at
a
that
challenge. The bulk of
but it is still but like you said but it's still like it's a lot, but it's probably it's less stressful on you too though, right? Probably.
it's significantly easier to cook food because you know how many people you're cooking for. Whereas the restaurant, you just waiting and it can go from you just chilling, y'all sitting there talking trash, so it's a full restaurant, and now you got 40 burgers on the screen. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. So you do that. So I got a question. So even when you're there, are you making any connections?
Oh
Are you
yeah,
making any like networking?
definitely. Because Sodexo is a big company, so you know, and I work for all of them before. I work for Sodexo, I work for Aramark, I've worked for Delaware North. So definitely made some connections and still have a lot of those connections that I started making around it. This is when I start like really like becoming a part of the industry, like really locked in. Like, okay, I'm not just going to work to cook and make money. This is what I'm going to do. This is my career at this point. Because at this time, I want to say
Okay.
like 26, 25, 26, something like that.
Hmm.
Yeah. So like
Dang.
I'm grown. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. So you got that going on. You got that going on. So how long did you stay there? How
I
many years you
stayed
stay
there.
there?
I didn't stay there long at all. I stayed there only like probably like maybe like 8 months, a school, basically a full school term for the students.
Okay.
So when summer came, that May or whatever, when the summer came, I left and went to the Delta headquarters. When I went there, I was the catering chef because they needed a chef to do catering, but it was still with Sodexo. So this is the
Okay.
first time I'm a man. I wasn't even a manager. Was I a manager? I was a manager, but I wasn't on salary.
Okay.
Yeah,
But you was a manager, so
yeah.
this
This is my
whole
first management job.
this whole another step.
Yeah, this is my first management job. I got
Whew.
probably 40, 30, 40 employees. They don't all report to me, but it's 30, 40 people under me. I guess that's the best way of saying it. You know, like I
Okay.
probably had 5 people that reported directly to me. But this was
So
my
how was
first
that?
time. Oh yeah, man, come on, bro. I'm under 30. I'm in charge. They couldn't tell me nothing. I'm going to work, chef jacket extra creased up, feeling like I'm the man. Feeling like I'm the man, dog, for real. I probably was
Ah.
making like I think I was probably making like $18 then, something like that.
Oh man. And what
And my
year is
house was
this?
close. My house was real close. Like I was living in College Park, and this is right down the street from Spawn Divots. Anybody who really familiar with A, they know where the Delta headquarters. It's really like a whole street right there. That's all
Hmm.
Delta stuff, and I worked at all of them. I did that. I stayed with Delta, shoo, probably like 6 years. Probably like 6 years,
Wow.
and kept and every year I got a little more money, kept moving up because I started off like I said I was just a catering chef, and I had executive chef that worked over me. Then I got
Hmm.
my own unit. Like I literally was like the top culinary person for the unit, which was the Delta Training Center. So like excuse me, this is where the flight attendants come to do their training for them to become a flight attendant for Delta. So the whole
Oh.
time while they're going through their training, I was the chef over the place where they come and eat every day. So I got
Oh
like
man, that's what's
yeah. So I got like probably like 10 cooks, 5, 6 cashiers, 5, 6 bussers. You know what I mean? Like I got like a full staff under me at this point. And I think
man.
that was my first salary job. I was making
If you want to,
41,000.
you gotta put them out there. You want to now.
It's money, bro. That's all come and go. It was 40,000, 41,000, something like that.
What year was this?
I was probably 28, 29,
Well, that's good money. Ain't doing what you love to do. That make it easier.
like 28, 29. How am I now? This was more than 10 years ago. Yeah, so like 28, something like that, 27.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let me ask you a question now, as a
Mhm.
real one now.
Yeah.
At this point, did anything happen when somebody had to say, "All right, Brandon, bring it down now"?
Oh yeah.
Did it ever did it ever go to your head?
Yeah, for sure. Yes, yes, bro. Yes. I'm young. All the other managers and all of the chefs is at least 10 years older than me. I'm the only
Uh,
black dude, like, yeah, I'm beyond arrogant. Head like this. I can't even walk in the door. I gotta turn sideways. For real. Because you got to think about it, bro. I'm coming from Orangeburg.
yeah.
I ain't been gone from Orangeburg. I'm probably just making like the 10-year mark of being gone from Orangeburg. Yes, my head
Okay.
is huge. And I'm working at the Delta headquarters. This junk is huge. Like, this is a big thing. Like, yes, my head is huge. I'm meeting chefs. G. Garvin was like the chef G. Garvin was like one of the culinary directors for Sodexo at the time. So I meet him, I took
Wow.
a picture with him. It's like, yeah, bro, I'm on now. You can't tell me nothing.
Wow. Yeah,
So
yeah. That's the got the bald head, black chef.
black dude with the glasses, yep. Talk to my
Yeah,
trash,
that's
yep.
what's up,
Mm-hmm.
man. 'Cause let me say one thing I love about the A. I tell anybody one thing about the A. Even when you come there, that is the real life of Wakanda. That
Oh
is
yeah, it's a
black
black Mecca.
excellence
It's
at
definitely a
its
black Mecca.
finest
It's definitely a black Mecca. It it,
in
it, it allows you to
every
be
field.
comfortable. It allows you to be comfortable, and not just be comfortable. It allow you to want and make you want to do more because you see so many black people having it. Whereas in the Burg, like it ain't a lot of us doing well. You know what I'm
No.
saying? So you be comfortable in poverty when you seeing it. Whereas here it's like it's so many people having money,
Oh,
bro. It make you want to go get more.
hey, hey. I want you to run that line back, but that's D there. Run that line back one more time.
Not for real though. Like if everybody around you broke or you see poverty all the time, you be comfortable with it because it's like why if everybody living like that and it's regular. Whereas when you see everybody getting, it's like man, I gotta get some of that too, bro. I ain't about to be out here like
Ooh,
that for real. It make you want more.
bro, that's deep there, bro. Man, that's deep. Okay, man, boy, that was a good one, boy. Get comfortable
Mhm.
with the problem. Wow, problem,
For real though.
poverty. So okay, so you at the Delta Center. At this point, you're like, I'm that guy. I'm Chef Brand.
Yeah, that's how I
And I
feel.
come from.
At this
I,
point, I got this is the first time I'll get my name on my jacket. You know what I'm saying? Like my jacket say Chef Brandon. Chef Brandon. You know what
okay.
I'm saying? So I'm like, please, I'm sending the picture to my mom. I'm like, yeah, mama, yeah, yeah.
And trust me, and trust me, nigga. Your mama letting everybody know too. Your mama letting everybody know what her son doing in Atlanta. Trust me. When I
Hey,
say trust me,
hey, bro.
shout out to some
I'm just
people.
happy that I
Let
can make her
everybody know.
proud. I'm happy
Oh
I
yeah,
can
oh
make
you
her
did that,
proud
boy.
because I definitely gave up a bunch of headaches. Anybody who went to Clark with me or went to OW with me for the few
Yeah.
years that I was there, they know I was on that.
Oh
So
yeah.
it was,
Oh yeah.
the growth, bro.
You was on you was on one now, but guess what though? At the end of the day, but let me tell you something, Bo. For the longest, the most I can say that because I got inside information.
Not for sure.
You in Beijing, you doing your job, you doing what you do in Beijing for a long time was your mama shining star, man. It made you can say it made us so happy to talk about to talk about the good things you were doing. Oh, friend, but I like think about this to talk about. I got to send the boy to military school. Like, oh man, my son is doing this so great in
Yeah.
Atlanta.
So she went from I don't know what's gonna happen to my son to he's straight now. He actually, he come home, he take me out to dinner. When I go down there,
Yeah,
like I
yeah,
look out.
that's a quote too. That's a
Say it
quote. I
again.
don't know what happened to him till he's straight. That's a quote.
Heck no.
Okay,
Pastor
so
Faith was
that's
praying
great.
for me, bro. That's what it was, man.
I'll tell you, boy. Like you got you got to pray for me too, mom. Anyway, but
Heck no. You silly.
but that's great though. So you in the Delta Center. So now like you are man, I love that. And anybody on here like and share. That's why I love when these stories coming. I hear these stories, guys. Brandon's not somebody who you cannot touch. Brandon is from Orangeburg, and you see how he's telling you guys, and all the mamas on here, because a lot of mamas reach out to me and they send this to like they show this stuff to their kids. Shout out Q, yeah, all of it, yeah, we not come a long way, but so you ain't get, and it's my thing. You in the 30. You're not even 30 yet.
No, I was still under 30. I was
Okay,
doing good, bro. I was at like
so
40. 42, something like that.
Okay.
Not quite 30. And where I go from there? I left there and went to. Sheesh, I'm getting old, bro.
How long did you stay there?
I stayed with Delta a while. I was there a while, bro. Like, shoosh. I want to say till I want to say I was like 32 when I left Delta. 31, 32 when I left Delta.
And what made you want to leave?
uh I was working with one of the managers there. Her husband was working for the Hawks,
Okay.
and the Hawks needed a sous chef.
Okay.
So technically I was stepping down from the position I had because I was actually the executive chef where I worked at. I was the head chef. It was nobody above me where I worked at. But they
Okay.
needed a sous chef for the Hawks, and it was paying more. Do I do
So
I fight? I want to be chef, or do I go and be number two to somebody? Well, really, it was several number twos because like the way the
okay.
Hawks do it is. So basically, I left the Hawks because it was a better paying job, less responsibility, and the hours was supposed to be better from what I was hearing. Because it was like you only got to work when they got basketball games. Turned
Yeah,
out
we
that
got
wasn't
fast.
quite fully true.
Oh, that's
But
how to get you in there.
yeah, but I took the job working with the Hawks, and I think I was making. I started off at 50. I was making 50,000 a year. Yeah, I was making
Wow.
50. Yeah, that was my
Wow.
that was the first time I got one of my checks and was like, what I'm saying? Like so I started with the Hawks, and I was the sous chef. So basically when I worked for the Hawks, I would cook for the players, I would cook for the visiting team, I would cook for the media, I would cook for the owners, and I did all of the catering. So anytime it was a catering, like if it was like, say they had a concert, if Two Chains come there, I get a rider for Two Chains 2 days before. He want
Okay.
lemon pepper wings, fried rice, whatever they want, and then
Yeah.
make the job for the artist.
Wow.
That
So
was the
okay.
first time that
So
I actually started cooking for celebrities like on a regular basis. That was the beginning of that.
so what is the hours like doing something like that? Like what is the hours?
Shoot, so say a game day, the opener chef would usually be two openers. So like the way the Hawks are set up is that they have the executive chef, they have two executive sous chefs. So the executive sous chefs take over two different sections of it. One side is what they call restaurants, which is all like the concession stands and stuff like that. The other side
Okay.
is called the premium side, which is where I was a part of, which is like all of the clubs. Shout out Q. Q been in one of the clubs with me before. He know what I'm talking about, the premium
Uh-huh.
clubs. So we do all the food for the premium clubs, all the food for the players, all the owners, the media, basically everybody that's not just the regular ticketed fan. That's the person that we
Okay.
would cook for. That's considered the premium side. But I worked on the premium end of it. So like my day would be I get up, me and one of the other premium chefs, we get there at 9. So we would work from 9 to like maybe 1, just doing prep and getting stuff ready, like all of the salads for all of the clubs. We're doing that.
Okay.
At 3 o'clock, that's when the team eats. The team eats at 3 o'clock every time on game day. So the team food got to be ready. The team might have just a random. They might have like say chicken. Uh, it's never gonna be beef. It's never gonna be pork, and it's never gonna be fried. So it might be
Uh
chicken or fish. So say they have like a chicken, a starch, two veggies, some type of salad, and then like a salad bar. And then also I
that
would
makes
have
sense.
one employee that would go down there and would cook stuff to order. Like they can get a steak to order, they can get salmon to order, they could get like shrimp to order. Your boy Trey Young used to always get pasta with olive oil, salt and pepper, parsley. That's it.
Mhm.
No cheese, no nothing. You know what I'm saying? That's it.
Wow.
Step was good, bro. Shout out to the West End. You already know. But yeah, so that would, and then
Dang.
at 3 o'clock, like I said, that's what time the team would eat. 4 o'clock, the visiting team would eat. 5 o'clock, the media food had to be ready, and then at 6, all the food for the clubs would have to be ready. Like all of
Okay.
the premium areas, the food had to be ready for them at 6 o'clock, and then
Hmm.
from 6 till the game end, you got to just keep replenishing all that food in the premium areas. You might end up making 1,200 pounds of chicken, a
Wow.
1,000+ pounds of chicken for one game. You know what I'm saying? But it's 50 people in the kitchen, in multiple kitchens. There's several different kitchens that you
Okay.
use to knock that food out. And like I said, the opening chef would leave at halftime. So halftime for a game might be 8:39. So yeah, it's definitely a 12-hour day. But you start at 9, you leave it at 9.
Oh, so y'all get there early. So pretty much the opening chef leaves. So you leave at halftime too.
Halftime I leave.
Oh,
The
so
closing
the best
chefs
thing about
come
that
in
is so
at the closing chefs
so
will come
y'all
in
got
at
clean up on
11.
nothing.
No. I clean up
Okay.
my area, but like, yeah, I'm gone. They still working when I leave. I'm leaving at 9.
Okay.
8:39. Halftime. As soon as halftime comes, when the whistle blow, shirt off. I done did my part. You know what I'm saying? But the closing chef would be there until the game is over and check out everybody. Make sure they clean up everything. All the food that's left over get pulled, put away. Stuff that can be reutilized. They will reutilize it sometimes, but for the most part, it'd be dumpsters full of stuff that getting recycled and used for waste. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Yeah, I
So
just been closed. I was always there in the mornings because I was over the team dining part of it. So they eat at 3. I can't come in at
okay.
12 or 1 o'clock and feed them at 3. You know what I'm saying? You got to be there early to get everything ready for them.
Okay. So I know. So that experience there, but the fact of like you said, now you cooking for celebrities. So I know at this point. So when you cook up for 'em, do you also get to be like, hey, how you doing? My name's Chef Brandon. I prepared da da da. Or they be like,
I mean, I'll say this: certain people, you just feel the vibe. Like sometimes, it's been times that I've went in the room to drop food off, and the person just had that looking at you like they don't want to talk face. You just keep it going. And I never used to ask
hmm
them because even on the badges when you get hired as an employee, you're not allowed to take pictures with them.
okay,
Right. So it was never like, oh, let's snap it up, let's flick it up. Like, nah, it was never like that. But it was several people that was super cool. Like Two Chainz, I always speak highly of him because Chainz is just solid. Chainz is a good human in real life. Like he was always friendly, super nice. Like after meeting him multiple times, he remembered me. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, oh,
okay,
dang, okay, you're a real one. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? For sure.
You can't be there. Okay, so you get there, you're doing your thing. Chef Brandon
Hmm.
cooking for the Hawks.
Oh yeah.
Shout out to Q because I miss one of them games. Shout out y'all. You
We
know,
kicked it. We kicked it. You should have came. We kicked it.
life sometimes life just be lifing, bro. I'm gonna
Nah, I
leave it at
already
that.
know.
But
Yeah, I'm there. I'm with the Hawks 2.5 years. I'm there 2 full
okay,
seasons. Then COVID
so
happened. Go ahead.
okay, but I'm gonna hold you right now. I'm gonna ask you a question right now, and I know something about you. I noticed one thing I know about you. You do your job, you get a thing, you keep moving up. You're not getting. I see you're not settling.
The best way to move up overall, because I mean, most companies, you gotta think about it. If you, especially as a salary employee, you get a raise. Your raise be what, 3%?
Yep.
That's if you great.
Yeah,
If
you're
you're
right about
not
that.
great, you might get 1% of your salary. So it'd be like the easiest
hmm
way to move up, even if you stay with the same company, is to try to get a different job, a different title. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
oftentimes it don't be no position open in that same company. So it'd be like, man, y'all hiring for what? And y'all paying this? I'm gone. Leave with a good name. As long as you don't mess up your name, it's like it's not like you. I ain't working places for 3 months. I ain't working places for 6 months. I'm staying there a year, 2 years, 2.5 years,
hmm
3 years. But if it's a position available, I'm going to get that because I need more funds.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I,
man.
I
But
feel you on
then
that.
I left from there though, and I went to this was actually a small place. I went to a manufacturing plant. It's called Hoshizaki. They make like ice makers, but they
Okay.
had an employee cafeteria in there, and they
hmm
needed a chef. This job was paying, which was crazy because I only had one, two, three. I had 4 employees, bro. But I had to do everything. I had to help cook. I had to do the banks. I had to do the deposits. I had to make the schedule. But this job was paying like 65. I was like, yeah. I was like, I'm
Out
gone.
of
I was like, I'm gone. I was like, I'm gone. And I was driving, but it was crazy. I was driving like an hour to work every day though. It was a full
there.
hour to work because I live in Conyers and I was driving to Peachtree City. So it's like
Okay.
I was driving from the Burg to the other side of Columbia. Really almost like the
Uh,
Burg to like almost
77.
Charleston. You know what I'm saying? Like going to
Yeah.
Charleston,
Yeah.
almost Charleston, like right before you get to Charleston. I can't really I done been so long since I've been driving to Charleston. I can't think of nothing before you get there, but like
hmm
almost Charleston, like North Charleston for real. You know what I'm saying? Like it was a good
Yeah.
50 plus miles to get there every day. It wasn't 50 minutes, it was 50 miles. You know what I mean? But for the 65, it was Monday through Friday. I got off by 3 o'clock every day. Yeah, man, I'm gone.
Well, I know
I'm
you let
gone.
that. So now you're working. So what you probably you working 8 or 10 hours Probably
I was
what?
working. I used to get there, had to be there at 6, so I was working 9 hours. But really, you might well say it was like a 10-hour day because I really like an 11-hour day because it's an hour to get to work, an hour to get home.
But
You
you get
know,
that. But now you got a set schedule, Monday
Monday
through
through Friday,
Friday,
Monday through Friday, close
more
on the
money.
weekend, close on holidays. Man, I was basically like a school teacher, dog. It was sweet.
Oh man, and that's
Yeah, I
good
was
money
loving it.
too.
I was loving it. And it
So
wasn't
yeah,
bad. It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. Only thing was like the staff was terrible. They call out all the time. So it might be literally some days I get there, it'd be me and one other person. Or me. One day, man, I got to work, bro. Everybody, two people called out, and the other person was already on vacation. So it was just me. Bro, I'm at work. I done had to cook, bring the food in, wash the dishes. I'm talking about that was a long day, dog.
yeah,
Yeah.
everybody call out.
Everybody
That's how
called
people.
out. Everybody
So
called out.
so this is pre-COVID or this
This
before
was
COVID? This
So COVID came in March. I left the Hawks because all during COVID we got paid the whole time. And so shout out to the Hawks. I always have love for them because the whole time when COVID first hit up until I want to say July. So for like 4 months we got paid full salary and I was at home. Had to do like
whew,
some Zoom calls stuff like that. But I got full salary the whole time I was at home. But then I heard about the job in Peachtree City, the one that I ended up taking, like midsummer.
mhm.
So I went there and I started there August. So from March to August, I basically got paid to basically do pretty much nothing because the world was shut down, bro. There was no games going on. There was no concerts.
Everybody except us. I'm not gonna say where I work at. Well, we would not shut down. You had to be there every day. That's all I'm gonna say about that. That's
Yeah,
all I'm gonna
bro.
say about
I
that.
was off getting paid, man. Sitting at home watching TV with the kids, bro. Making breakfast, doing homework. Because at this time, the kids was doing virtual
Virtual
learning.
school.
Couldn't
Yep.
tell me I wasn't no teacher, bro. I'm in this thing getting them up early. Yeah, checking over homework. But yeah,
That's how they do. Okay,
yeah, I
so you,
did
you,
that.
you get to the place,
I'm
and so
there
how
for.
long do you stay at the new place? Because
I
that's a
ain't stay
good
there long
gig.
at all. I ain't stay there long at all, bro. I was there probably like 9, 10 months, and then I left there and I went to Coca-Cola Roxy. It's a concert venue that's directly across the street from the Braves Stadium. It's in the Battery,
Okay.
so it's like affiliated with the Braves actually. So
Yeah.
I used to actually because where I worked at, it's the same company. It's called Delaware North, but it was the Roxy concert venue. But we did
Hmm.
a lot of stuff in the Brave Stadium. Like if we had big parties, we made the food in the Brave Stadium. So I worked kind of with the Braves through working at the Roxy.
So
That was the first time that was the first job I ever had that had a bonus structure. So now it's another step up. So I was at 65. I ain't gonna put you all the way in my business, but let's just say
yeah.
after bonus, I was making $100,000 a year then. Yeah,
Woo!
I'm over 30 at this point though. I'm like 30. This was like 4 years ago. I'm like 34 at the time.
But it's my thing though, bro. I want people, bro. You getting this? Somebody always. I love the saying. I ain't got there yet in life. Whenever you get paid doing what you love to do, you'll never work another day in your life.
No, you still work, but I get what you're saying though. It's not you still working. Trust me, you still working, bro. I'm talking about some days, bro. I come in here falling in this thing, boy. You still working, I promise. Unless
Ah,
you let me say this, unless you're one of those, as we say, a clipboard chef. That's like the chef that all he do is walk around with a clipboard. He not actually in there with you. Like I'm in my team. Like I could go to work and literally just point all day, but I don't get out like that. Like I'm in there. I still be washing dishes sometimes. I ain't
okay.
done with no trash though. That's what I ain't doing. Ain't done with no trash though, bro. You gotta draw the line somewhere, dog. You got to, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
I gotta dump trash
Okay.
at home. I gotta dump trash at home. I'm not dumping no trash at
Yeah.
work.
Yeah. I feel. Hey, I feel. Hey, you got to draw the line somewhere.
For sure, bro. For
You
sure.
got to draw the line.
Definitely.
Okay. So you get there, man. Guys, if you in here, hit the like and that share button. See, these are customers talking about. As you hear Brandon the story, step up, step up,
For sure.
step up. Let's
Yep.
go. And sometimes I can even find myself being guilty of this. Sometimes we get so complacent. Like I heard an older guy told me this. He said we get real complacent with the golden handcuffs.
Yeah.
He said, he still handcuffs, but they just made a 24 karat gold, and you're just
All
okay with being handcuffed.
right.
I never thought about that before.
That's
I know
hard.
exactly what he meant too.
Yeah, that's hard. I know exactly what you're saying. That makes sense. Because
Yeah.
I could have easily got had the golden handcuffs on at the Monday through Friday spotlight in Peachtree City. It
Yep.
was ooh, bro.
Yep.
It's like I wasn't doing nothing, bro. It was a breeze, and the menu was simple. Like Monday was Italian food. Tuesday was fried chicken, no matter what. Wednesday I can't remember. Thursday was wings. Every Thursday was wings. Fridays was fried fish, and this was every week. Like it ain't like it changed. This was consistently.
Mhm.
Man, I'm doing the orders with my eyes closed. I know exactly what we're doing. I know how many people coming in. Like it's not like it
Yeah.
can fluctuate. The numbers was consistent. It's only this amount of people in the whole building. You know what I'm saying?
But you didn't let that stop you.
No,
So
I
so
know that's
so
right.
now so now I'm gonna give you your significant other aside. So at any point did you have a kickstart because somebody got back introduced to your life and put a little
Yeah, for sure. Boo Boo put the battery in my back, man. Shout out to baby. What's up, baby? Hopefully you watching right now. If not, watch this thing later. I said hey to you. I love you. But nah, we actually, like my wife, we went to high school together. You know my wife. She from the bird. We
uh
went to W together. We
mhm.
we dated in like ninth grade and stuff like that, 10th grade, day
Bro,
before now,
y'all
actually.
got the
And we
high
both
school boy. Y'all got the high school love story, bro. Yeah,
yeah, for sure. We both
y'all got a country. Y'all got a country song love
if we would
story.
have did it right, we would have been together all our lives. But unfortunately, I thought I was cooler than cool. You know how that go. But then
I know
anyway,
how
though,
it
like I
go.
said, right. Actually, while I was at the Hawks, while I was working at the Hawks, me and her actually kind of like reconnected, which was super random. But it was like we talked on a Monday, and by Friday, we decided like fuck, we'll be back together. And shoot, bro, within less than 2 months of us being back together, we got married, bro.
Hey, hey, I do not co-sign this, boy. You better start some trouble now. I do not. Hey,
I'm serious.
this is Brandon.
Hey, bro, I'm being honest, bro. Within like, I'll say three. It was less than 100 days though. Like within less than 100 days, of us getting back around each other,
Wow.
we got married, bro. Yeah, and shoot, within 6 months of us being married, my son was conceived. My son was born probably like a year and some change after we got back together.
Okay,
Yeah, bro.
boy. Let me tell you something.
Yeah, man. Yeah, for
See,
sure.
Brandon,
Definitely put somewhat of a battery in my back just because she was already on it. She had everything kind of like
hmm
together. So it was like I can't come half stepping with her. I'd already had, kids from my previous marriage. So it's like
hmm
I'm bringing this too, but I can't come with that and not be on top of, you know what I mean?
hmm
She just kind of had it together, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I love her for it too, real spill.
And she made. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Boy, let me tell you something. Boy, what of a can of beans because I'm Mister. No, it don't happen that fast. Nah, I don't hear nothing now. Somebody you know for sure. Too, but I also get it because and y'all also have y'all came at a different y'all have a history and God just aligned y'all just got aligned at the right exact time.
Time just was at the right time and it just happened the way it happened.
Yep.
For sure. It definitely
Amen.
wasn't planned. It was definitely random. It was a oh hey, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it was like, oh, yeah. And then wham, back together, bro. Real spill.
Hey y'all, this Brandon story. Hey, I don't want, hey ladies, this is Brandon his lovely wife story. Yep, that's
Hey,
it.
man.
But anyway, but
So what's next?
okay, so
We at the Roxy. I'm at the Roxy. And this
okay,
is like I say, my main job at the Roxy is to cook for the artists that come and do concerts and all of the parties that the Braves have that are 500 people or more. They would be
okay,
at the Roxy Kitchen, which was basically it would be basically at my building. So I would work with the Brave staff, make the food there, and then we would push it over in hot boxes, like basically big things that hold food hot, like big,
mm-hmm,
almost like a metal coffin kind of looking sort of thing. And we just push the
yeah,
food over there and serve it from the Roxy. But like I said, my main job literally was just to cook for the artists. Like anybody who came to the Roxy from
cool.
2001 to 2004, I made their food. Anybody, like
So
anybody who's from there.
so so I got a question. So at this time, while you cooking all this food for all different places, are you getting hit up for side jobs?
Oh yeah, bro. I'm still doing catering. I'm still doing catering all the time.
Here.
Ever since I would
So
say since probably about 30. Since I was around 30, I started doing. I mean, I was doing little stuff before, but since 30, I've always kept my own catering stuff going. I always do something. Always, because the money is mine. It's like whatever I charge is, my rate is my rate. I ain't budging on it. That's why I don't really come home and do a lot because people have asked about stuff, and I'll tell them what the number is, and they start. It's like, bro, I'm not budging on that. This is the price. You gonna pay that, or go get the lady from. No, mind, I ain't gonna try to drag nobody, but yeah, go get them. Gavin, what's up, bro? I saw.
I know.
Shout out to Gavin, man. Gavin actually popped up in the airport. Later, I'll tell you where I was working at when we get to that part. But I saw Gavin recently, man. So shout out to him, man. What's up, bro?
Shout out Gavin. Shout out Class of '05, man. I think we really out here renting right now. But but this is my
My
thing.
price,
So
my
with it,
price.
yeah, yeah, you got it. So with the catering thing, let me ask you a question. So do you find that a lot of your catering business comes from your job, and connects from your job, or does it come from you posting on social media, or does it come from just word of mouth? As far as
most of
catering, where does most
most
of
of
that
it
come from?
comes from word of mouth and
Uh
people
huh.
I know. Because a lot of times I need to do better with content. I really not. I'm not
Hmm.
a content person, and like a lot of chefs that I know, and a lot of chefs they'll tell you like when you're really doing it in the middle of doing it, it don't really come across your mind. Especially because of the fact that I have always had like a job that was really my breadwinner, the way I make the most of my money. So I'm not relying on the catering. The catering is just a plus.
Okay.
So I don't really do a ton of videos stuff like that because I'm not really thinking about creating content to try to drive the business. That's not really my business.
Okay.
You know,
So you like, oh man, I forgot to take a picture. You might take a picture
I'm
of
taking a
something,
picture. Yeah. Well,
like
I
okay,
might do it. Like I did a what Monday we did 6 courses. I did a 6 course meal. I took a picture of one thing, the first course. I didn't even. I'm
I
doing it.
saw it. I saw it, but man, it look good. But it's a thing though. When I see it, I'm like, I call it TV food.
Yeah.
Like bro, like bro,
Appreciate
like
it,
you
bro.
making good TV fine dining,
Man, I appreciate it, bro.
the TV fine dining, and bro, and you're doing it. So now, where you at right now with it with the chef?
So I left from the Roxy, and then I went and opened the Centurion Lounge in the airport. I was there for I signed a year contract. So one thing about that, and I had a sign on bonus, which was nice. It was nice, bro. It was real nice. That's why I left the Roxy because the Roxy was sweet, dog. Like literally, like I had I made my own schedule. If it wasn't a concert, I didn't have to work. Like it was
Uh
months.
huh.
And I probably worked. I worked 10 days in February, 2024. I worked 10 days, bro. That was it. I mean, 2023. I worked 10 days the whole month of February. I'm a salary manager. My checks is coming through hitting nice. You know what I'm saying? I worked 10 days the whole month. So I really didn't want to leave there, bro. But the Centurion Lounge was hiring. Somebody I knew the hiring manager and kind of
Hmm.
told him about me. So the guy reached out to me. He's like, would you be interested in it? Blah, blah, blah. I asked him what the numbers was. He told me the numbers. I was like, yes, yes, I'm very interested. I'm very interested. So I signed the contract. I did that. I did that for a year. I started there December 2023,
Okay.
and I had to work there till December 2024. When my
Okay.
contract ended, though, I left because, to be honest with you, I really didn't like the lounge setting. Like it was just feeding 3,000
You lay
customers.
back.
No, it was just a little bit. I didn't say too much, but it never closed. I had way too many employees, and I didn't have like what I would say the strongest management team. Like I don't feel like everybody was as strong as a manager as I was. So it's like I found myself having to worry about the bar, worry about the front of the house. It was like this was just way too much. So when my contract was over, I had already started looking, and then I'm where I'm at now, which is Yellow River Ale House. It's out in Porterdale, Georgia, which is probably about
Hmm.
15 minutes away from my house. Salary
You like
sweet.
it?
Yeah, bro, I love it. I love it. I love it. Like this time I'm gonna
Okay.
get that Michelin star, dog. This time I'm gonna get that Michelin star because it's a privately. Yeah, I need that. I pray I
Eh,
I'm on grind so I can get it, bro. But it's a private owned business. Me and the owner are very close. We're real cool, and I'm developing the menus. I got full complete control of everything food wise. Full control.
oh,
It's like
see, what kind of restaurants? See, I like the kind of restaurants because I am a fan of fine dining myself.
I feel it.
I tell you,
Yeah,
I'm a,
come check me
I'm
out.
a fine
Pop in.
dining
I'll bring you
myself.
right out. Pull
I
up
got
on
to
me. I
check
got you.
like I tell people, like some people who never been to fine dining, they're like, "What's on the menu?" I be like, "You don't know until you get there." Like some of these places, the
The
menu
menu
is the
change.
menu.
The menu
You
change for
don't
sure.
know. Yes.
Yeah, our menu change. We're doing a quarterly menu change. We just changed it. We did the menu December. We started the menus. We got a new menu coming out in March. It's fire too. I already got it ready. We just got to roll it out. We've been working on it, making some of the dishes and stuff like that. But yeah, bro, it's fire.
Hey, so let me tell y'all guys, or I'm gonna better tell y'all the Michelin a Michelin star. That's like winning a NBA, like that's like an MVP award. I mean,
Yeah,
you
bro.
one of the top,
That's
you one of
tight.
the top chefs in the world.
For sure, for sure. They don't give out a bunch of them. They don't give out a bunch of
No, we're
them.
top chefs in the world.
For sure.
So now I'm gonna ask a question that I saw Stefan put in here. Shout out to Stefan. I believe Stefan is a chef too.
Yeah, he
So
fired. That's my boy Shotty. He went to OW.
yeah, everybody. Stefan, shout out Stefan. Um, so let me ask you a question. Stefan asked the question, but I already had it in here. I already had it in the queue already.
Heard.
Do you think that Orangeburg could support a fine dining restaurant? When I say fine dining, you from Atlanta, so you know what I'm talking. You know we got these restaurants. They're not Ruth Chris plus price point, but they're right up under there. It's
Mm-hmm.
not Longhorn, but it's a nice price point with nice fine dining. Do you
Mm-hmm.
think that Orangeburg, as of right now, could
Yeah,
support one of those type of restaurants?
definitely for sure. I feel like I mean, let's just break down how fine dining restaurants typically play out. Like usually it's going to be a chef that's the driving point of that. So I feel like if there was a chef that was able to come down there and really turn it up and just bring that attention to it, absolutely it could work.
Hmm.
It could definitely work.
Okay.
But it's
Eh,
just that
mhm.
I see you. I hear you, Charlie. I'm gonna hit you after this, bro. We chop it up about it. But I feel like it's possible, but I feel like for it to be Orangeburg, it's gonna have to be a celebrity chef, like a real, like, and I mean, I could say I'm a celebrity chef, and I've been called that before because I've cooked for celebrities, but I'm talking about like
Mhm.
somebody that's just like extremely well known to the point to where they can make this like a destination spot to the point to where people are making a trip and doing stuff in order
You
just
come
to
there.
come there to eat. You get
Hmm.
what I'm saying? Like
Hmm.
if you're counting on just the people that live in Orangeburg to come there, eat it, and support it, and make it, because most restaurants that open close within a year. So if you're counting
Hmm.
on just the Orangeburg population, Orangeburg, Holly Hill, Bamberg, Branchville, that to support it, it probably won't work. But if you got somebody that already has that following and he's bringing people to come to Orangeburg just to come and eat his food or her
It'll
food,
go.
then yeah, for sure it could work. But it's gonna have to be one of those like we're creating a destination place for people to come and eat this food in Orangeburg. Because I
Okay.
mean, at the end of the day, you know how it is in the Burg. People, the restaurants that have been there that have stayed open, have been there,
Mhm.
have stayed open. Your Bitty Banquets, your Earl
Yeah.
Dukes, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like soon as something that opens, it'll be there, and it won't be there long.
Because
If
even like
stuff don't
Chestnut,
stay
I
there.
look at Chestnut. I think right
Chestnut's
now
been there a while.
Chestnut
Chestnut's
probably
been
the
there a
only
long time.
consistent. Yeah, a long time. They're probably the only consistent. But I gotta give them this because they are the closest thing
Yeah,
that
that's
we
that's
probably
the
got
to
to
me. I
like
would say that's probably the most high end restaurant in Orangeburg,
it is
and
hands down.
their food's not like mind blowing, but
Uh huh.
it's solid. Like I had the lamb chops there before; it was decent. It ain't bad.
Yeah.
It ain't
It's
bad
just enough to be like, if I don't feel like going to Longhorn to get these lamb chops. I'll go to Chestnut.
for sure, definitely. But
It's
when
a
I
good
think
it's a
fine
good
dining,
food.
I think a little bit higher than that. You know what I mean? Like when I
Oh
think
yeah,
fine dining, I'm
that's
thinking
definitely not
like,
fine dining.
and even with
But
Ruth Chris is very nice. But when I think fine dining, I'm thinking more so like a Twisted Soul here in Atlanta, Aretha's, uh, stuff that's on the Michelin guide, like stuff to the point to where
okay.
this is known outside of just here. You know what I mean? Like if you
Yeah.
ain't from Orangeburg, you ain't never heard of Chestnut Grill. Whereas these
Never
other
Chestnut.
places, these places are well known.
Let me tell you one thing about that fine dining sometimes. I go to these places sometimes and I enjoy. One thing I like about them, I tell somebody if you go there to get full, you come with the wrong mindset. You come there just to taste great food and get up
You
out of
come
there.
to eat,
Because you're not leaving
enjoy
full.
yourself, have a good time. Yeah, for sure. Unless you do like a course type of meal, like to the point to where they doing like 8 to 10 courses. By the time you
Yeah.
get to the 10th course or the 8th course, you done had enough little bites to the point to where you're like, okay,
Yep.
I'm solid. I'm good.
Yeah. Those get to, 'cause I went to a nice matter of fact, Columbia had one that shut down. And when you order, you gotta order it. You gotta come with like I think like 8 or 10 or more people. and everybody getting 6 courses.
Yeah, that's nice. Yeah,
Everybody
that's
get
gonna be fine.
everybody gets 6 courses. But
That's
man,
definitely
bro,
fine.
I'm telling you, bro. Shout out Stephon in here. Shout out Philip Franklin. In. Shout out everybody tell you that liking that share button. So like, Brent, so what would you tell any young kid that wants to be a chef? What would be your advice to them?
I mean, if they can and they know somebody that know me, I'll tell them hit me up for sure. Like I love to
Okay.
see anybody that's from where I'm from do well. And I can help them anyway. I definitely am 100% on that. But also, if that's not available, find somebody. I think culinary school is great, but it's expensive, and
Mm-hmm.
also you can learn everything that you learn in culinary school if you get with a chef that's willing to give it to you. If that makes sense, like they can give you everything that you'll learn in culinary school in less time for less amount of money, and they're gonna have way more involvement and way more care for you than culinary schools. Because culinary is just a school, it's an institution. Whereas this person is
Yeah.
gonna be like, okay, you're my student. Like I'm raising you at this point. Like they're gonna treat you like you almost their child. Like they're gonna raise you up and do
Yep.
everything they can do to put you on the right path for you to be successful. You know what I'm saying? So I would say if you
Can't.
can get with a chef, lock in, just be committed to it. If you grind and get in the craft right and really put your all in it, you can
Mhm.
take off for real. Like I done seen people that didn't know how to cook open restaurants just by just locking in, getting with the right person, and just grinding it out and staying down, and taking off. You know what I'm saying?
You know what's crazy? I just thought about this. This is gonna blow your mind. We
Yeah.
do have one fine dining restaurant around here. You won't believe
Heard.
where it's at.
Santee.
No, Santee got nice one, but it's not fine dining. It's up close. Branchville.
Heard.
They got a spot called the Eatery.
Heard.
And it was from some well known. They did super duper well, like you said. They did super duper good as chefs. They retired, left, and opened up something in Branchville, and they only open on Thursday, Friday, Saturdays.
Yeah, and he killing. I know he killing.
They kill it.
I know he
They
killing.
kill it.
Yeah, I know
They
he
kill it.
killing. I gotta go
Hey,
check it out. Next time I come home, I definitely gonna check it out.
bro,
Definitely.
check it out because I found out about it not from somebody from Branchville telling me. I found out about it from PBS.
See what I'm saying? Like
ETV.
when it's something like that, like it takes more than just that the local everyday crowd, because it's like
Yep.
people not gonna eat there every day. People may eat there once a year if they live there.
Yep.
See what I'm saying?
Yep.
And you can't stay open with Orangeburg is not big enough of a city for people to come and eat just restaurant once a year. You see what I'm saying? You can't
Yeah.
make it like that. It's not big enough.
You can't, and you got to be real careful too. Now, I mean, I got a side question. How you feel about this?
All right.
How do you feel about all these new food reviewers? Because right now, that's a big thing in the bird. Because a fella came and did a review on a local spot in the bird, and he
They
gave it
told me
like his review.
they told me I'm not allowed to talk about food reviewers, right?
Okay. Wow.
Nah, I'm
So
joking.
that's how I
I'm
know.
joking. My only issue with that is the fact of like I think it's not fair for somebody to critique something or someone doing something that they can't personally do. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
It's like those couch, I just say Sunday morning quarterbacks or the couch quarterbacks is like, yeah, you can talk trash all day about what he did, but one, you're not better at doing it than him. Two, you
Mhm.
probably never done it. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So that's what my issue come in at with that. I just think like it's not cool when they do that. Some of the people just tear people down. Like, and I mean like your Keith Lee's and your Showtime, like those guys, for instance, I'm using those as an example because they're some of the most
Mhm.
popular ones. I think it's great how they're able to help a restaurant take off, but it's
Yeah.
also not cool because of the fact that you could personally have just had, they might have had the worst cook that they have ever happen to be working that day because three people called out. It might be the manager making your food who's really not a chef, but they had to
Mhm.
be, they were still trying to just stay open today. You see what I'm saying? And
Mhm.
now you done ruined this business off of one plate. You see what I'm saying? Like that's what my issue come in at. But I've seen it also be beneficial. Like this restaurant out here in Atlanta called Red Rice, small restaurant, black owned, small, in a very small restaurant. It's not big. It don't have a whole lot of money behind it. The last
Mhm.
the last time that when not Keith Lee, but Showtime, wasn't it Showtime, whatever his name is, he went there, and the next day her line was like a quarter mile long. And it still
Wow.
is right now since that day. You see what I'm saying? So it can definitely be great, but it also can, you can
Okay.
hurt somebody. You can ruin somebody's life just off of one plate. Now,
One
one
review.
plate might
That's
not be
crazy.
the best representation of what that restaurant is actually capable of. You know what I mean?
Okay. So is it? Will you also say right here? If somebody What city would you recommend that you think is the best start for a young? I'm gonna say a young. I'm not gonna say black chef. A young chef. What city do you think produces the most opportunities for a young chef?
I mean, shoot. Right now, for sure. If he's black, I gotta go with Atlanta because I mean, right now Atlanta
Okay.
is the mecca. But if you
Hmm.
just anybody of any race, I mean, any place that's got a large food scene, your New Yorks, your Atlantas, your
Okay.
Miamis, your Houston's,
Okay.
your like San
Houston.
Francisco has a big food culture. New Orleans got a
Okay.
big food culture. Any place where they
You,
got a
you,
lot of food, they got like if the place has a Chinatown or something like that, you know they got their
uh,
own little pockets of food. So if they got pockets
they
of
gonna,
food, it's definitely gonna be a job for you. You know what I'm saying?
but you know what? You know what's crazy? Speaking of chef, you know who's getting a lot of? I call them import chefs. Charleston right now.
Yeah,
We getting a lot of New York chefs. A lot of New York, California chefs. They moving to Charleston, and
yeah,
they're making it so expensive. Man, they are building subdivisions in St. George.
that's crazy. You know what else I left
Saint.
off my bad?
Oh,
Savannah, Savannah,
okay,
Savannah.
Savannah. Good.
Savannah got a real good food scene. Charleston, of course, got a food scene. I can't believe I left Charleston. Not my bad. But just any place where the food scene has their own culture, they got like because you got to think about it. When you think of Charleston, first thing come to your mind is the way they talk and then food.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like they got their own food, bro. It's a
They do.
different food for sure.
They do because even though even though Charleston's so different, even Charleston from the Geechies to even like the white preppy Charlestons, even with their food is so it's still so Charleston, even though it be so
Yeah,
different.
sure. It's
Like
still Charleston.
it's still so Charleston.
Shrimp and
But
grits,
man,
crab soup, all that stuff.
oh man, yeah, they kill it. I was just down the other day, eating somewhere. It don't matter what eating at. It wasn't for Chef Brandon's on. Nobody getting no free plugs here.
Hey man,
It wasn't it wasn't that Chef Brandon restaurant to
man, you
come.
know I got you.
We gonna speak. As long as you want it, we gonna speak it to existence.
Oh, it's
But
coming
man, it's episode 91.
for sure.
I want to appreciate you for coming on, man,
Oh yeah,
telling
man.
us your
Thanks for
story,
having me, bro. I appreciate it, bro.
giving
For real,
giving
for real.
people, man. Y'all shared it. I ain't gonna lie, y'all shared it now. Hit that like and that share button again. But bro, so let me tell you something. You come in there. Also, hopefully, we not. I'm gonna speak to us this, so I got him on the hot seat. Hopefully, we can have his other half come on here, and she can do because she has her own business too. I don't know if you want to plug that right fast.
Oh yeah, for sure. Scrubdress.com, man. Still selling the dresses, still got the dolls. Shout out to you, man.
Scrub just like hey, see, got black love. See, it ain't all about Papoose and Remy Ma. It ain't all about
Yeah,
Papoose and Remy Ma. We got black love over here, y'all. We ain't gotta worry about them, y'all.
for sure, bro. Yeah, man.
But I appreciate episode 91. I'm gonna let Brandon have the last words before I sign out. It's on you, Brandon. Get the last words, man.
Hey man, I just appreciate you letting me get on here, tell my story. And anybody and everybody in Orangeburg, if you know anybody connected to me and your kids trying to be chefs, please connect them with me so I can try to help the next generation. For real. That's it.
Let's
We
go,
out.
guys. Episode 91. Shout it out.